My agent called, he said he got some interest in my strip. I'm glad I didn't tell him that I never finished it. I got my cast of characters and outline for the plot. I even got a famous classic case of writer's block. Get it out of my head. Get it out. Get it out of my head. Get it out. Get it out of my head. Get it out. Get it out of my head. Get it out. Get it out of your head and onto the page. Get it out of your head and onto the page. Get it out of your head and onto the page. Get it out of your head and onto the page.
Welcome to On the Page. This is the podcast that answers all of your questions about the craft and business of screenwriting. My name is Pilar Alessandra, and I'm the instructor and script consultant here at On the Page. I wanted to talk to you today about writing characters over 50. If you look at a character who's over 50, that person is a superhero in many ways. And it's not just because they're so courageous and they've lived so long. It's because if you look at what defines a superhero, many of the people who are over a certain age check all the boxes. So let me give you some examples. What is a superpower? A superpower is a skill that can solve problems and maybe even save the day. They have 10,000 hours of experience and knowledge in something. What else does every superhero have? An origin story. You can count on a character over 50 to have lived long enough to have had some kind of defining origin story. Every superhero has a creed or an oath. What do they try and impart to others? That creed or oath might actually be the thing that shares wisdom within a script. It is an articulation of a theme. It could carry your movie, a secret identity. So all of these characters and all these people in real life who are over 50 go around looking like the mild-mannered cubicle worker. We think they aren't superheroes, but they are. That's just their secret identity. That doesn't mean that your superhero doesn't have their kryptonite, but especially when we're looking at characters who are older, okay, yes, they're superheroes, but yes, they have their kryptonite, and that kryptonite may come into the TV show or the movie on a regular basis to try and trip the character up, and they will have to overcome it and get back to their skillful self. Arch enemy. So sometimes that arch enemy with a character over 50 might be somebody who's younger and disrespectful and needs to be taught a lesson. So think about your character's arch enemy. Every superhero has a sidekick. They have a friend, a spouse, a grandchild, a colleague. That's their sidekick. And that person can help, sometimes even hinder your main character. Now, every superhero has a costume. They may wear a military uniform, an office suit, a lab coat, an evening gown. This is their superhero costume. And of course, every character has a secret lair, that place where they hide. It's that place where they find comfort. It's that place where they have their gadgets. It's that place where they keep their costume and their weaponry. But that could also be your character over 50's garage or their card room or their kitchen or their office. When you look at characters over 50 in this way, in terms of their superpower, their origin story, their creed or oath, their secret identity, their kryptonite, their arch enemy, their sidekick, their costume, their weapon, their secret lair, you will make them more multifaceted, more independent-minded, three-dimensional, the way that characters, people over 50 actually are. So think about that as you're writing those characters, everybody. Maybe put a character over 50 as the star of your movie when you're starting a new project. And then write to me and tell me about it. I want to remind everybody to go to onthepage.tv, where you will find currently a lot of recorded classes. If you found this set of tips helpful, well, that's hours and hours on my website, and you will get all of the recordings of the classes, Q&As, handouts, PowerPoints, and so much more. I really, really want to thank you so much for listening to On the Page, and have a good writing week.